Good morning. Good morning. Why don't you come on in? Let me know when you get here. Came in a couple of minutes early. Hopefully, we'll be able to populate, and then we'll be able to get started right on time. I see that there are a few people coming on in. Just say good morning so I can say good morning back. It's good to be here on time. Intensives are over, but classes haven't stopped. Good morning, sunshine. But excited about, well, look at sunshine and my joy at being first today. Thank you so much. Good to see both of you. We're not going to wait because we know that people come as they click on and then they click on later. But I want to make sure that you share today. Please share. Please share. I said I was going to be better about asking people to share. So share, please, on whatever platforms you are on. Just share. If you want to share this on Insta, you can. Please do. And anywhere else that you feel like there's a word, if you want to clip and TikTok that, I'm fine with that. My sunshine, you know that you can do whatever you need to do. Let me know if you need something from me. All right. So, good morning again, and welcome to another broadcast of Thriving Tuesdays, Moments of Encouragement, hashtag veeencouraged. And today, as we kind of hang in the afterglow of Martin Luther King holiday on yesterday, one of the things that kind of stuck out as I listened and I watched people all day long is that, and was involved in things all day long. I watched people say things like, talking about being a drum major for justice, a drum major that Dr. King was all of that Dr. King had this dream and Dr. King did this. And it made me stop, good morning, Miss Mildred, and say, what are we doing? In light of everything that we are struggling with, and I'm not talking about your politicians and those who are in the limelight. I'm not talking about our being caught up in celebrityism. I'm not talking about that. I want to know, what are we doing? In our little corners, in our little place, what are we doing to make that difference? Good morning, Dr. Washington. Good morning, Sister Williams. And Dr. Washington, you were on point yesterday. What are we doing? What will we do to make a difference? So here's today's encouragement. It's a challenge to motivate us and an encouragement to not get weary. That's why Gal.6 9 is there. Don't get weary in well doing, for we will reap if we faint not. When we look around us right now, there is every reason in the natural, every reason in our understanding of what we see, if we are only looking on the surface, to say nothing's going to change. It's going to all stay the same. And you have people who will pour that into your head, pour that into your ears. You will go places and people will say, I don't know why you're doing all that. It's not going to make any difference. Let them, as we used to say, talk to the hand, rebuke that spirit of we cannot, because that's why we have not. Because too many people tell us what we cannot. I want to know, what are you going to do? I know what I'm challenging myself to do. Even though I'm always doing, there's still something I could do differently, still something that I can do that is going to have a bigger impact. And we have to assess that and then say, I will do this. It doesn't matter where you are in the spectrum of life. It doesn't matter whether you have resources, whether you have money or you don't have money. It doesn't matter whether you have position or you don't have position. We have to make the decision that if our lives are going to make a difference, then we have to take whatever difference we are and give it to wherever we are on the spectrum. If we are in, we talk about how we can make a difference in the world, but sometimes you just need to make a difference in your house. Sometimes you need to make a difference in your church. Sometimes you need to make a difference in your community. You may not reach the world, and that's okay. But what will you do in that corner that you are to brighten up? What will you say today that is going to make a difference in someone's life? What will you do? How will you think that's going to prepare you to make a difference? How will you stand up? How will you write? What will you do? There is nothing that is impossible. I don't believe in impossibility, but I do believe that impossibility happens when we decide that we are not possible, that what we have to offer is not possible. Don't be stuck on what the systems of this world throw at us. We are systems disablers. I think we can dismantle every system in our way if we decide that we're going to bring the best of us to every table, not worrying about who's in charge, who's good. Bring your best you. Bring the you that is willing to be the change you want to see. Let's stop talking about what they are doing, what they don't do, and if they would do this, then we could. No, mirror time. What are you gonna do? What are you doing? And so, and it's not an admonishment. It's just it's a challenge to ask ourselves every day. What did you do today? What did you do today to make a difference in one life? There's the poem, and I'm trying to remember who the author is. He says, "I'm one. I'm only one, but I'm one." He says, what's his name? Let me see if I can get that, because I posted it because for me that it made all the sense in the world. It says, "I am only one, but I am still one. I cannot do everything, but I can still do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do something that I can do." What can we do? How can you lift up a bowed down head today? How can you get a young person to think about life other than what's on a screen? How can you begin to create relationships that are going to make a difference in your church, in your community, in your family? How can you help to bridge the gap between something that has fallen apart over the years? What can you do today? And if we wake up every day and we think about how we can make a difference, what we are going to do this day, then when we look back at the end of the week, we'll be able to look at all of the things that God has enabled us to do to make just a difference right where we are. Sometimes that one thing, like you just said, Joy, that one person, that something that you do can change everything for someone. So the challenge is this: what will you do? What will you do with this 24 hours that is now, less than that in this day? What will you do with this day that is going to make a difference in someone's life? What are you going to do with what the gifts that you have been given to make a difference in how the trajectory, how the progress or the lack of progress of this world goes? What can you do? What seed can you plant? What plant can you water? So, my encouragement to us today is this: let's get up, let's speak up, let's stand up, let's do everything that we can do in our power, with the power of God undergirding us, to make a difference. When we decide to make a difference, and we know that we're just doing what it is that we've been given, then the difference that make will cause a ripple, and someone else will make a difference because you've made a difference, and someone else will make a difference because you've both made a difference. Make a difference right where you are, one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. Sometimes we just have to say, what can I do right now? that's going to make a difference. Pick up that phone, text someone who you've been thinking about that you decided that you could wait on, and lift up their spirits, because your lifting their spirits may propel them into a place that you could never know. So what can you do? Something. And whatever it is, make sure it's positive. Make sure it's lifting up something, lifting up someone. Make sure that you are speaking up when you need to. Don't be silent in the face of injustice. We can't keep doing that. We can't keep thinking it's going to happen on its own, or worse, whatever, it doesn't matter. Do all you can while you can to make a difference right where we are. Do something. God bless you. Heaven smile on you. I hope you accept this challenge. I hope you share it with everyone that you know. It may not be the most elegant way to say it. It may not be something that is going to be viral, but let it be viral for you. That I am going to wake up every day and think about ways where I can make a difference. One person, one place, one thing at a time. And be encouraged. Go make a difference. See you soon.